Hey everybody, it is a big group of girls at Oasis Aqualounge on Foot Fetish Night. Hello!
Woo-hoo.
Something tells me more than one of you are game for a free foot rub tonight, am I right?
Yes. Totally.
This is one of those nights where when a guy or a girl walks up to you and is like, hey, can I give you a really sensual foot massage? It's not like every other night. They might not be trying to get a blowy. They might be just trying to fulfill their foot fetishes. So I'm going to be interested in seeing what happens there tonight. I have a recently single Amelia, and pretty soon I'm going to be putting her social medias listed here. So she is single in an era where there's sex clubs. And what is that like?
It's amazing.
Yeah.
What boyfriend? What are you talking about?
Right?
Right?
Before, when you would have a breakup, you'd be like, you've got to get yourself back up. You got to get a Tinder profile. And you are just like, nope, M4 this night, Oasis this night. Who's up for club like M4 or X Club? And so you are getting your back in the saddle, kind of, dusting off the dust, if that makes sense.
It's a good time to be alive.
It's a good time to be a single woman. What are you guys here looking for tonight?
What am I looking for? I already have someone in there, so.
Who? Oh, I guess you can't say on here, but.
Okay. A play partner?
All right. Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't have a boyfriend.
Okay, I know exactly. Yeah.
All right, so I guess I'm on the bench tonight. Peekaboo, what are you looking for?
I'm open. It's been a little while, so we'll see. I'm mostly looking at hanging out in the pool and relaxing for a little bit, and then foot rub though. That I did not realize that it was foot fetish night, so I could definitely use with a foot, leg, thigh, ass, whatever. Right.
Let's see where it goes. I'm here to observe and social, match make and hang out with my friends. What are you here for tonight?
Well, I'm just here to support my girls for girls' night. But
Awesome.
I haven't been in the pool in a while. I'm happy to be back and going into the pool. Didn't know also that it was foot fetish night, so I would be willing to get rubbed up to the knee. Maybe.
And something that you might want to learn from this conversation is that sometimes we don't go for the theme night. Sometimes we show up because it's a nice night or it's a certain day of the week where we know they're single men. So don't let the theme night scare you away if it's not your thing. It doesn't mean everyone going is looking for that. I certainly learned that on swordplay night when there's a lot of straight men that are so confused why, all the other guys are hitting on them. And I'm like, no, this is theme night for bi males. So not everyone checks the theme night, so make sure you're clear with your communications. All right, girls, you guys ready to go inside and have some fun?
Yay!
All right, bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, hey, guys, it is midnight. We are leaving foot fetish night. Now, I saw my friend, you are Peekaboo, have a round of, not just men, other participants, go around and give you foot massages. What was that like?
That was amazing. I had 10 different men and one beautiful woman massage my feet. Honestly, hanging out with the ladies was my highlight, but then that was the second best thing tonight. So it was amazing. And
you actually participated in the event, right? So they asked for volunteers. 7 people went up. It was all women receiving. Yep. Could have been anybody. And they basically sat down. First, they had this hey, let's color with our toes activity. But then they did the foot rubs. And so a lot of my friends went up there, Peekaboo, and they would have speed dating. And so for 2 minutes, the people who were givers would rub the feet. And then 2 minutes later, they would go to the person beside.
Yeah.
So would you do that again? And what was the best part of that?
I would do it again because there's some people that were really good at it. There's some people that in my mind, if they have a foot fetish, you think that they'd be good at it. But it's also me. I'm biased, right? And then one guy was like, "Can I suck on your toes?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "Is it okay if I masturbate?" And I'm like, "Yeah." So he masturbates, you sucking on my toes, and I see him please himself. I was
Nice.
I was kind of getting off on that.
Nice.
So I'd do it again.
And you were saying some people who were rubbing the feet were doing it a little wrong. They would be pushing hard on the top of the bone area instead of understanding, basically the basic mechanics of a massage, right? Don't push on the bone.
Yeah.
So you were watching with me. What did you think of that?
I thought it was actually pretty cool, the speeding aspect of it. You got a little bit of each one. To me, that's a little bit of whatever, and that was pretty cool. So yeah.
And what I noticed is how much conversation there was. Every person was always talking to the person rubbing their feet. Every time. I was making notes for this vlog, and I was every single time there was "Hi, how are you? I'm so-and-so," and there would be chit chat until it was time to move on. So we're not going to lie. This was a dry desert as fuck night for my friends' lower halves. Okay.
Oh my God. What is going on?
Or nether regions, but not
Yeah.
our feet, right?
Let me just say right here, right now, that you can get this version of the vlog uncensored on Spotify and unblurred for Tanya on my fan page. And we'll also have an extra part here where we'll talk a little bit more in detail about the bad words. But for YouTube, this is what you are able to see. But you guys are going home empty pussied, okay?
Yep.
Instead of empty handed.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, my pussy did. Well,
No.
yes. Wait, what the fuck?
Did your pussy get some?
No.
You gotta stop saying pussy.
Sorry. Okay,
I'll put the uncensored version on Spotify, but I'm gonna be like beep, 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 beep.
Girly parts get some.
Not, no.
And she
Not
was with
here.
someone.
And I had a plate. What the fuck?
I know.
What
I know.
happened?
I know.
No
Who
D, no D, but like no D.
No, dude,
And then
like,
no D for peekaboo. And we are a bunch of women who came to a sex club, like they were all for it, and nothing.
Yeah.
It can happen.
Yeah.
but nothing. And it's it's not that there was.
We're speechless.
I'm like, what?
We're speechless.
How did this?
Yeah.
At one point, I come up to Tanya in the pool, and I was like, "Do you need a gang?"
I was like, yes. Like, my God, this is my Dutch here. What
So literally, the whole crew of women did not pick up tonight, and there was not that many single men. There was more
No.
couples.
Yeah.
But I did
yeah.
come away with something. I had a good conversation with someone new. I did get contact information. There's potential there.
Okay.
So yeah, so not for nothing.
Made a friend.
Okay.
I made a friend.
Okay.
And very good conversation
Okay.
and hot as hell.
That's good. That's a huge asset
Yep.
Yeah.
in this lifestyle.
Yeah.
But it was quite a note because I'm looking around being like, okay, that guy,
Yeah.
that guy, that
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
And it was just like,
Uh,
maybe not.
maybe.
Maybe.
So yeah, so we're all going home as tight as fucking ever.
It's like here.
So some of us are going to go get a dirty burger right now or dirty shawarma, whatever we decide. So come with us and we'll bring you along. It is dirty burger time with Miss Amelia. Now it looks like it's a little loppy in there. Let me pull it out. This is A&W. That's a big hunk of lettuce actually. I'm going to just remove that giant chunk of lettuce that I don't want. Okay, you ready for this
Yeah.
first entrance moment?
How's that mean?
So
You have this amazing white sauce around your lips.
that's a first. All right, Miss Amelia, this is dirty burger. What did you get? That looks different.
I got a chubby chicken burger
Okay.
dressed as a teen.
All right, let's
Okay,
take
ready?
a first entrance moment. Best meat you got all night, eh?
Mm-hmm. So good. Yum, yum.